Hello.
How's it going? Hey, we wanted to get with you guys today. We wanted to talk to you about what we have going on in the kitchen. How do we cook? What do we cook? So we're going to start with this and this. This is our cook pot. This is my cook pot. But in this, it's also, just to let you know, it is we did get it on Amazon. So it's a Bestargo, I'm not sure how you say it, 750 milliliter, with a lid. And it does have a top handle and it has a side handle, which we found to be great, because if you have to, you can use a tent stake or a stick or something to pick it up like this off the flame, or you can use a cloth to hold the handles and pick it up. Inside of this, I have a bag, a small little bag that I put the stove in, which is a Olicamp. It's a very lightweight, ultralight stove. We did use the BRS at one time. We found it to be too hot. Like, it kind of got crazy sometimes trying to get get it to turn off, and we were just having some issues with it. So we decided to switch back over to something a little bit more, a little easier and everything. So we used the Olicamp for that. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, so forgive me. But we do also take a little 1 ounce container of spices. We have like hot red pepper flakes, salt, pepper, things like that. And then inside here, I carry the small fuel canister, and in with it, I have a little piece of ShamWow, just as my like kitchen cloth to clean up, and you know, whatever you have to do for the kitchen. But it all fits down in here, and I put it on here, and then I put the lid back on. I put the rubber band on here, and then that's it. This right here is the pot, or the camp, it's a cozy, so basically for your food. So we freezer bag cook, which for those of you that don't know what freezer bag cooking is, basically we put our food inside of a Ziploc bag, and then we put the Ziploc bag down in here, and then we add our boiling water. Once it comes to a boil, we put it inside the Ziploc bag. We seal up the Ziploc bag, we put this over and connect it, and then it sits in here for 10, 15 minutes, just depends on what it is we're cooking in it, for it to either rehydrate or just heat up or cook. It works, it's a great system, it works wonderful. I can also use this to put my pot down in, just to keep my, you know, hands from burning or anything like that whenever I'm sipping on my tea or coffee. And I did drop my little hot lips, but I do have a hot lips that goes with my mug. It goes on the side of it, because this mug has burnt my lip before, and I said no, not again. So it goes on the side of it so I can sip my tea from that. Because we are starting in February, it's going to be cold, so we are taking teas and coffees just before. If we get really cold, we can stop, have some hot tea, have some coffee, just as a, you know, pick me up and warm us up a little bit. And then also I carry a camp knife. This thing's great. I mean, to be plastic, it actually cuts really well. It's good for spreading peanut butter. We also take cream cheese with us, and so we use it for that. Then I also have a titanium spoon with a smooth spoon handle, and that's it. It goes down in here like this. I also carry the Tokes windscreen. It's very ultra light. It's kind of crazy. And I keep the windscreen together with a large paper clip. So whenever I put it around the bottom of my pot while it's starting to boil water and everything with the stove, I clip it together with the paper clip so that it stays together and I don't have to worry about it. Just depends on how windy it is. If it's bad windy, I usually do that. If not, then I just kind of leave it open. And then in this is actually our Light AF bear bag hang. So it's got our rope in it along with a carabiner that goes with our bear bag. This is my bear bag for my food, as you can tell because it says Roots all over it, because everybody has bags like these. But yes, we put our food in here, but first we put our food into an oat sack because it's a smell proof bag. We put our food in there, and then we put it all in this, and then we hang it with this. So it's a great system. We've used it for quite a while. We used it for many years before all this Dyneema and everything came into play. We used it with seal nylon bags, things like that. It's just a system that works really well with us and everything. So that's, you know, basically it for for my cook pot. So I'm gonna let Gung Ho take his.
Okay. Well, the only other difference is right now. So I have the same type of pot. What I chose to do just as a preference is the pot actually comes with a insulated koozie, and I thought it would be good because, like I said, one of the reasons that we freezer bag cook is so you won't have a dirty pot, you know, and or you can eat while you boil some more water to do your tea or your coffee. So, you know, it has a little handle here. So to me, I thought it would be easier maybe for that if it gets hot. But who knows? It might be something that I ditch. Not really sure. But you know, and then she was talking about, you know, not only using freezer bags, but you can also, you know, put your freeze-dried meals in here as well. And you know, pour water in. Pour your spices and just push it down and then just let it wait till there. So basically that's all we do. Share the stove, and I do have my own bag, and of course mine says Gung Ho, of course. You know. So you know, just because if you do have a bunch of bags hanging up in the tree or shoved in a bare box, you'll know exactly. You won't be able to have to guess which one is yours. So. Something we chose to do there.
Yeah, and that is a great point to point out to those that don't know or that are just starting and, you know, just learning these things. Like he said, I do put my name on everything that we have as much as possible, just because so many people have the same things. We've heard stories of people, and you probably have too if you've watched other YouTube videos, where they go to get their bear bag, and out of the big bear boxes that they have at a lot of the shelters now, and they realize their bag is not in there, but there is a bag there left that someone has accidentally taken their bag thinking it was theirs. And it happens quite often. So what I do is I put it on the bottom of the bag. I put my name. This one has a flat surface bag bottom, so I put my name on that, and I put my name on each side. Whenever it's hanging from the tree, I can see that this one is mine. Whenever it's in a bear box, I can see that this one's mine on these sides too. So that it does help. I also do that with any of my small ditty bags as well, so just to keep up with that. But yeah, so basically that's it as far as how we cook. So let's move on to the food.
All right, so now we'll figure we show you what food we're going to start out with from Springer to Neil Gap's what we're looking at. So. On the table is just the example of a 3-day food supply that we feel like that would take us to Neil Gap. So if you want to look at the table here, so pretty much my preference is I actually like to take the freeze-dried meals. So I do have 3 freeze-dried meals here, and then I'll put like a tuna or salmon or something like that in there as well. And then just to get the extra protein that we need and the extra calories and everything, we decided we're going to put in the fatty substances. We'll add olive oil to each one, and then and then some type of bone broth, whether it's the mighty mushroom broth or the actual bone broth. We'll incorporate one of those as well, just to just try to replenish what we burnt throughout the day. And then I also have some mushroom crisps. This might be something that me and Root shares. It's something that we'll either snack on or incorporate somewhere in our meal. Whether I put it in my meals or maybe for lunch. Now, as far as throughout the day, I mean, I plan on just starting the morning with a bar, and then as the day goes on, the only thing missing here is I will probably have like a bag of nuts, or something like that. Just something I can throw a couple handfuls of, and just eat as I go. Do have some venison jerky that I'll use as well, and I incorporate that in. It's something that me and Rich will share. Is we do have the tortillas, turkey pepperonis, and then of course the peanut butter. So we'll incorporate them into our meals, share those. That's probably what we'll eat during lunch. The only thing that is really missing is we will have cream cheese, probably blocks of cheese, and then other than that, you know, we'll incorporate some chocolates and some sweets just to give us that extra push that we need. That's probably about it. I mean, like I said, I mean, as of right now, I feel like this should be enough to get us there. You know, of course, you know how we always. You're probably the same way. We'll probably critique this till the day we leave, and so who knows? It might be completely different. But as of now, this is what we plan on taking.
Hey, so my food is not very much difference between mine and Gung Ho's. But I do tend to like other things as far as foods, where he goes with freeze-dried foods already prepared. Sometimes I like to make my own concoctions. But, you know, I kind of go from there. But I do find, I do like something like this. The Goodles is fantastic. If you've never tried Goodles, Goodles is really good. They make the best pastas. And they're also, you know, good nutrients. This has 14 grams of proteins in it. With that, I will pair olive oil for, as Gung Ho said, the fats and the nutrients and calories that we need. Also, I'll pair with it, like, we'll say, like an albacore. For another meal, I've got, these are fantastic. If you've never had them, they are like a gourmet oodles and noodles, ramen noodle. But I have that I'm going to pair with like a chicken packet and olive oil. And then, as you can see, another, this is a freeze-dried that's very good with the quinoa and the olive oil and some salmon. I do have a chicken and maple little snack bars that I have for some good protein. I'm carrying the kale chips. Kale chips are for both Gung Ho and I. We like to put them in with our food as we cook them, and we also like to snack on them. Like, you can put them in on tortillas with some cream cheese and some turkey pepperoni. Just whatever we can think of, honestly. I do have quite a few bars and cookies. These are the smaller Lenny and Larry's cookies. But I sometimes, when I first start out on a backpack trip, don't have much of an appetite. I found that the best thing for me in that situation is to snack on these cookies or a bar that I know is good. So I do have quite a few of those. I also have, like Gung Ho does, a mushroom broth and a bone broth that we're going to add for extra protein. And also, this mushroom broth is fantastic just to drink by itself if we needed to. But that's going with us as well. I also have the mushroom blend coffee. There's 2 of them. This stuff is fantastic. It's full of such nutrients and stuff that you need, especially want to be replenished when you're on the trail because you lose so much as you're going. Also, taking green teas. Like I said before, with the time of year that we're starting, it's awful chilly, so we want to make sure we have plenty that can warm us up. We also are taking some candies just for that extra little sugar boost. And as Gung Ho said, we've also got peanut butter. This is a nut power mix peanut butter, 7-nut seed butter. We're going to try this. We haven't tried it. It looked phenomenal. But Gung Ho's also going to take some regular peanut butter as well. And then the turkey pepperonis and the little tortillas. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. One of my favorite new finds, I might have mentioned it before, I can't remember, is the Element drink mixes. Absolutely fantastic. I can't say enough about these things. They help so much. I have a lot of problems with cramping at night when I get in my tent, and I can't, you know, sometimes it's hard to move. I cramp that bad. And it's not that I'm not drinking electrolytes. I'm just not drinking the right electrolytes, I think. Not with the right nutrients. So when I try the Element, thanks to New Hampshire hikes and all some of the others that are, you know, popular on YouTube, I was kind of floored because the first night that I drank it and used it all day, I did not have those cramps like I always have had on the trail. So I was really tickled with that. This has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and then 60 milligrams of magnesium. So you just can't go wrong with the way it can replenish you and make you feel great after, you know, hiking all day and everything. So those are definitely my new favorite find, and I'll be taking one of those, at least one per day. We'll always have extra 1 or 2 on us just in case. But this is our skimmed down version of what we'll be taking. We do have some cream cheese and nut mix that we'll be adding to it. But outside of that, this is pretty much it. Like I said, for me, I do take a few bars extra with me every time I do a backpacking trip and start off, because I do sometimes have little to no food or appetite. So just in case, you know, I have to eat, so I tend to be better with eating a bar or something like that when that happens. But yeah, this is pretty much it for our food that we'll be starting with. So next we thought we would talk to you guys about mail drops. And just to explain what mail drops are, sometimes, you know, when you're out on the trail, there's certain places that you'll cross, the trail will cross like small towns or small places, you know, that you can get off to get resupplied, meaning you get more food, you get more, anything you need. So what we're doing, and we chose to do, is we are going to send ourselves a few resupply boxes to certain places that accept them. There's all kinds of different businesses along the trail that do take mail drops if you want to send them to them. There are ways to, you know, get the information needed and stuff through Far Out app, which is about, you know, has all the information you need for as far as the Appalachian Trail and any resupplies. There's also other books, you know, out there and info out there that you can find out about and how to send them and where to send them and everything. But with us, we're just going to show you the first resupply box that we have put together to send to us at the first crossing, which would be Neal's Gap Mountain Crossings Outfitters that's on the trail. It's about 32 miles in, I think, something like that. But anyway, so basically it's no different than the food we showed you to begin with. But there are some things in it that we would put just in case, you know, we want them. Like we might need some more toilet paper, so we put more toilet paper in there. We've got, actually I did some laundry sheets. I bought laundry sheets, detergent sheets, and a shampoo that we put in here so that when we get there we can have a shower and we can wash our clothes. We've also got, you know, just little things like more kale chips, more drink mixes, bars, everything. But we've also got a couple of lens cleansers. Since I'm going to wear my glasses, he's taking his glasses, and also for our phone, you know, just anything, you know, that you would use them for. We do need some of those, so we're taking those. I also did some KT tape because I do, like I said before in a video, I do plan to use KT tape on my foot, especially in the beginning until I get adjusted to the everyday walking and everything on it, because I do have issues with plantar fasciitis and heel spurs. So I'm mailing KT tape. You know, just everything else more. Tuna packets, snacks. But we did also decide that we're going to mail ourselves like a treat, something that we could eat, you know, as a snack once it gets there, and we open it, and we decided with this one we're going to have cheddar bunnies. We love these things, little cheddar squares. That, and then there's some boxes we might mail some, you know, Reese cups, or, you know, just things that we might not find. Now at Neal Gap, it's completely different at Mountain Crossings Outfitter. There is an outfitter store there. It's probably one of the better ones on the trail, honestly. It's a great outfitter, but they also have a fantastic resupply there. It's just easier for us to mail some things that we might need. We're also going to mail some of the vitamins we might need and supplements, and that's something that's a little on the harder side when you're trying to prepare for these long distance hikes, is you're having to do all these massive, you know, bags and resupplies of vitamins and supplements and medications and things like that. So we'll also have what we need in here for a couple weeks worth in this. Anything to add?
No, that's about it. Like I said, you know, and then probably use opportunity throughout the way, though, if we need anything else we might need along the way to put in there, we'll just call our daughter, who will be probably mailing out the majority of these. So if we needed to, you know, if there's a type of gear or type of clothing or something that we feel like that we might need, and we would, you know, probably, you know, have that put in here as well. And then eventually down the line, we do have several pairs of shoes, you know, that eventually we might need to have mailed to us. So, you know, various options, but like I said, this will be our first one, and we'll discuss any more down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. And anything that changes, we'll let you guys know about. We're very open about whatever we're taking, or whatever we're supplying ourselves with. Like I said, there's some things I'm sure we're forgetting to tell you, but there's some things too that, like, once we get closer, because we're still a couple weeks away from the day, a few weeks away actually, from the day, and so there's some things we're gonna have to wait till the last minute to add, just because you don't want them to go bad, in the boxes or anything like that. I did forget that we are adding. Always make sure you add more Ziploc bags, large and small, because you'll want to take some things like this. You don't want to carry a box on the trail, so you would want to take this out of the box and put it into a small Ziploc. It just makes it easier, and it's less weight, less trash also. But little things like that, that's what you would want to add to resupply boxes. Anything that you might think you might run out of, whether it be a chapstick or, just whatever you can think of. But resupply boxes are great for that. And also, I'd heard this advice from several other people that have thru hiked, and they were saying, always pack yourselves treats, some kind of treat, whether it be candies or, like for us, it was the, a box of the organic cheeses we could sit and nibble on, and, or something like that you won't, you wouldn't necessarily carry all the time, but it would be something different for you to have. So there is that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else. Anything from you?
I believe that's it.
I believe that's it. So, thanks again to you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. The time's getting closer. We're getting really excited. Everything's crazy, thrown up in the air, but it's exciting. We're excited, and we do plan on putting out a few more videos. I think I'm going to do a video. I've had some people say, I've had so many people ask me, are you not nervous? Are you not scared? What makes you nervous? What on the trail makes you nervous? Because we have hiked for many years and backpacked for many years. And so I think we might end up putting a video out about something about that, because there's a lot of people that ask us those questions. So just stay tuned. We got more coming leading up to the day. We love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.